Welcome to day 242 of TFIF 365. And today I want to talk about something that really just kind of struck me. I just had it like a aha. And it's about boycotting. And again, when I talk about supremacy-free, coercion-free, discrimination-free, and exploitation-free, and how I think about things, rarely does a binary fit anything that I'm talking about. Rarely. There are very rare instances when right, wrong, good, bad, up, down, left, right actually will help in getting us to the future that we say we want, that is inclusive, that is equitable, that is not rooted in harm, that prioritizes the most vulnerable. So I saw reports. I've been seeing reports because people have been talking about inflation, right? And they were talking about the price of gas and the price of eggs. And let's just talk about food. So they're talking about the price of milk and the price of eggs. And people who are on the ground have not seen the fact that we have not been in inflation. We have not had a recession, or that inflation is down. And because everyday folks are still struggling with just putting food on the table, right? And so many economists that I follow have been saying, hold on, I got to take a break. Okay, I had to take care of something right quick. And again, I don't cut this, so I had to stop and come back. But what I wanted to say was, so it comes out, so economists have been calling it greedflation because it's really not inflation. It's been companies, we were talking about food companies, grocery stores particularly, raising prices beyond what inflation was. And we saw it with, I think it was Walgreens, who all of a sudden took their prices down. And it's like, no, you just can't. You've just maxed out and people aren't coming anymore, right? So that's one of the things. There's this belief or understanding that these companies, particularly food companies, which seems so just gross, jacked up prices way beyond inflation, but blamed it on inflation. And so it just came out in a congressional hearing that emails from a higher person in Kroger admitting that they did raise prices above what they needed to be to make a profit, right? They gouged people at the most delicate, when they were at their most vulnerable. This is what supremacy-free, coercion-free, discrimination-free, and exploitation-free is against, because that was exploitation, right? And so the knee-jerk reaction has always been to boycott. And I've been thinking about that because first of all, as you look at the grocery stores that people have access to, if they have access to them in some communities, because we know about food deserts, many people don't have a choice where they buy their groceries. That is a luxury that people don't think about. Many people have no choice about where they buy their groceries. And also, when we think about boycotting, when I look at a Kroger store, who I see who's going to be hurt by that are those fucking workers who are making minimum wage or a little bit more, because I think Kroger during the pandemic raised their prices, right? I mean, raised their salaries, or their wages. And those are the people who are going to get hurt, because what they're going to do is start closing down these grocery stores, and then those people are going to get hurt. So for me, how do you do that? How do you put leverage on these companies so that they're not exploiting the way they do, while ensuring that the most vulnerable who work for them aren't also hurt? And these are the questions, and everything can't be quick. Everything can't be, let's flip the tables. Everything can't be, let's have a revolution now. A revolution now hurts the most vulnerable. You flip the tables now, where are those tables going to fall? On the most vulnerable. So how do we have a corrective measure as a society, as a coalition, for businesses, in particular, we're talking about grocery stores, who exploit the most vulnerable when exploit us at our most vulnerable? How do we hold them accountable without harming those people who They will harm, because as soon as something happens, those people are going to be fired first. Those stores are going to be closed down. So it's not only going to impact the workers in those communities, but also people's ability to get food. So those are the conversations I want to start having, because it is, again, not the black and white thing. It is what is an answer for systems, institutions, and policies that are designed to privilege the few at the expense of the many, designed to exploit, designed to coerce, designed to have to see themselves as supremacy or supreme, designed to discriminate. How do we do that in ways that don't hurt those people who rely on those institutions, unfortunately, systems, institutions, and policies for survival? So until tomorrow, peace. Become a sustaining sponsor at kimcreighton.com/support-the-work and help make this work happen.